So budget-wise for international clients who get married in South Africa is definitely a win.
I know that a lot of my clients who live in the UK, they want to do the 3-day wedding and they just can't afford it over there. So most of my clients will come here with a budget obviously in mind, and we will work within that budget to find the perfect vendors for them.
Yeah, over 3 days they could share all the amazing things with their guests, the view, the amazing food, the wines. They could have a rehearsal dinner, they could have the wedding day, they could have a hangover brunch for the same amount of money.
It's very difficult to tell you how much a wedding will cost. It's almost like asking how long is a piece of string, because it really varies according to what you can or want to spend on your wedding.
You can comfortably have a beautiful dream wedding with all the trends that are out there at the moment and look at a budget of about 250,000 Rand. And that's inclusive of photo, video, your dress, your hair, makeup, your caterers, entertainment, DJ.
And obviously high-end budget, a lot of my international clients are prepared to spend 850,000 Rand and above. But again, it does always depend on what's important to them. Are flowers important to them? Do they want their whole venue covered in flowers? Or do they just want a small, beautiful arrangement on each table?
If I allocate photographer X amount, I try and source below budget, I try and source on budget and over budget to give my clients the freedom to choose creatively while having their budget in mind which supplier is the best for them.
We have relationships with service providers, and most planners get a good deal from their service providers. We offer you a discount, we offer you a free shoot, or we'll offer you an extra cake stand. But you know, because there are certain service providers which planners will use often, there's a relationship, and the couple definitely benefit from this.
You have to be able to afford your wedding. So look at it realistically, understand what you can afford, and be open to compromise. So when someone says you can't have that, but you can have this, then be open to it, because they want to give you a good day. We want to make sure that you have an amazing day, but I also want to make sure that you go home and you can still do things. I don't want you to be dead broke after your wedding.
So if you don't have a budget and you don't work accordingly, you're going to lose your heart on a photographer or a venue which is not in your budget, and you're going to be heartbroken. So you always start with a budget sheet. You try and source within that bracket.
Obviously, each guest is going to cost you money. So each guest is a chair, it's a knife, it's a fork, it's a plate, it's an entire plate of food, and it's obviously all the drinks. So all of that does add up. So obviously, if you have 50 guests compared to 100 guests, your budget's going to go higher. I do have a lot of brides that have amazing ideas for decor, but they're not really sure what it costs. So they send me a picture and there's orchids just flying out of every corner, and they don't understand the cost involved in bringing those orchids in setting them up and making them look beautiful on the day. So I think it's important for the clients to obviously chat to the planners and kind of get an idea of what things really cost, because there's a lot of blogs out there with information that just isn't correct, especially for South African weddings.